Hello traders, welcome to another weekly review meeting from our LTR. So today we are going to talk about the most critical part for the next week is where is Nifty and Bank Nifty going to sustain and what are the levels that you need to look out for. Now, of course, there is a holiday in between, so it is going to be a short week, but there is some fire pack performance that a couple of stocks and Bank Nifty is going to do. So without further ado, let us quickly go ahead and understand what are those key levels that we need to look out for and why are they so important for the next week and what is the thing that we need to be aiming at. Now, the account that we are progressing from 75,000 has already reached to 250. Now, there are a lot of other places that this needs to go to as well. So the target for the next week, we have somewhere around between 1 lakh to 125. We have already achieved the target for the previous week as well. So we are going to have a similar front target for the next week as well. And that is going to be possible because there is going to be a huge breakout that is going to happen with one of the major indices. So let me just tell you what are the key stocks that I'm looking at, what are the indices and their levels that we need to look at, and also to congratulate you for the 75th Independence Day celebrations that we are all witnessing. So I wish you a very happy Independence Day. Now let us go ahead and quickly jump into our financial independence and where we want to see ourselves in the next week and where can we make a lot of money. Now, the first and the most important thing is let's talk about Nifty. Now, Nifty, because there is no upside target and every round number can be a point from where it can reverse. I have used a Fibonacci, extension over here with the consolidation of a lot of candles that have happened here. So by which I think, next week we will see 16,669 if Nifty index crosses the level of 16,544. And even if you want to further extend that target, then I would say 16,869 is also on the cards for the next week. But however, the biggest point that we need to consider is the downside of what can happen here. The downside can simply be that there might be a retracement of another 128 points if Nifty goes ahead and crosses 16,478 levels. So we can go ahead and look for that particular target over here in the structure. Now, why is that? Let me just change this to a 15-minute time frame so that you can see. So at this moment, the price actually consolidated at 16,485 for a very long time before it actually performed a breakout. And that breakout is going to eventually go ahead and hit ourselves. Now, if we somehow does not sustain the 16,485, then we can come into an easy retracement until 16,354. I don't see any major corrections that are due for some time because Nifty has no barriers thanks to the ID stocks. Now let us go ahead look at Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty has been into the similar pattern, but let me just tell you this area that I've marked here over here between 36,386 and 36,474 is going to be a crucial barrier. Now, if that barrier is broken, I will go ahead and take a positional trade for a target of 37,000 minimum. So I'm looking at a decent amount of target or a round number breach of 37,000 pretty soon if we take out this level on an intraday level. Remember that if it is gapping up and taking out that level, we would need to wait for the retracement and then the adjustment and then that 500 points are instant. But somehow if we sustain above that 500 points, I don't think that we are going to stop until 37,720. Now, this is what I have, for the indices, but let me just quickly go ahead and pick you the stocks that I have over here. So at this moment, Auto Pharma is having a serious pressure. So the kind of candles that it is doing and the sell-off that has happened in the first few hours of Auto Pharma on Friday clearly indicates that this guy has, a huge push on the downside that is due. So I'm looking at the next round number support at 700 for Auto Pharma. So if it is going to take out the low of 759 on Monday, then we will be looking out for a decent amount of 55 points as well as a positional target for the week. Now, also the same candidate is Dr. Reddy. So Dr. Reddy, the other crucial support that has come come through over here from the extensions is that, if it breaks the low of 4,644, then for the next week, we can look at a decent of 150 points as a target. But remember, you can only go long until and unless we are below this particular trend line. Any point of time when we take out this trend line, then you would have to stop, book your positions, and re-enter on a retracement. The next one that I have on my list is Axis Bank. Now, Axis Bank has been dancing around this range for a very long time, like Bank Nifty as well. It has a crucial resistance at 769, and if that is being taken off, then this 11 points or 2% in Axis Bank is going to be instantly given. So I see, maybe in this quarter or the next, 800 to also be a target that can actually be coming forth for Axis Bank over here that we can keep in mind. But remember that once 769 is being broken, I will look for a large target over here. Now, like last week's follow up, I did tell you Bharti Airtel is on its way to go to 650. It has already gone ahead and moved somewhere around, close to 30 points from where we actually have tracked it. But however, the targets are still huge. So 650 is what I'm looking for next week, and this would be on my watch list for my stock options. The other one is Tata Steel. Now, Tata Steel is also at an all-time high, and it does not know where it wants to go. But however, if it is taking out 14,884, 1,484, then we are going to look for a 1,555 as a target for the end of this month. Or else, if there is a retracement and if it comes back to the zone, there would be a no trading zone until 1,377 and 1,484. The last one will be Tata Consumers. Like I did give you a heads up about Tata Consumers moving, last week, and we did, talk about it when it was at 772 levels. So it has now already crossed our 800 target, but there is still an extension point that has been left. So at 826, we are going to have a decent amount of move, and this move can give us a very, decent amount of, profits that we are looking out for. Now, the most important thing that I want to tell you guys is that how I'm going to be deciding the next week's charter. In the next week, I've kept myself a target between 1 lakh to 1.5. And for that 1.5, what I'm going to be looking at is that even if I go ahead divided by 4 days, I need to achieve 37,500. Now, this will become a daunting task. Instead, what I will do is I will trade with a normal risk to reward ratio that I'm actually operating. Even if we have, so much money in the account, I'm not going to be exposing the entire capital until and unless I see that there will be a breach. So every day I will be investing 50,000 as my working capital, out of which I will keep a 1:1 ratio of risk to reward, out of which I'm ready to let go of only 33% as an SL and the rest carry forward. But however, if my intraday targets are achieved, that's well and good. But I am going to have some positional positions as well that I'm going to be deploying, which can give us a decent amount of profit. And at that time, I'm going to deploy another 50,000. And like you've seen last time, we had a position that was somewhere around 50,000, which gave out somewhere around 1.4 lakhs in profit. So something like that is going to be repeated again next week, if and only if it breaks my level. I am actually bullish for the next week, and I intend to be the same for this particular August month's expiry. But however, my view and my intentions will change depending on where the market is moving. If you want to keep a track of what we are doing, where we are buying, and what is our MTM on a day-to-day basis, there is a link to our Telegram channel that is being listed below. You can go to that link, watch us, and then if you like us, then you can live trade with us. So with this information, I thank you so much for your time. I wish you have a wonderful day ahead. I will see you on another fascinating video tomorrow, and with some profits in line. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Love you all. Jai Hind. Happy Independence Day once again. Goodbye for now.